Hi, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I will continue to make the artist journal. That's what we're working on today. And this is just a template that I use. The board that you use is book board, and it's much more sturdier than this. But for making templates and what have you, I just use something that I don't mind it getting messed up. So this is going to be the size of the artist journal, and oftentimes I work without a template. I just kind of make my own with this, and just decided what size I want it, cut it out. And so now what I'm going to do is we're going to cover the book board with artist paper, and that way we can put our own personal touch on the cover of the artist journal. So you want this book cover to go over about 3/4 of an inch. So I measured 3/4 of an inch all the way around, and with my metal ruler I'm just going to put this up here. It's going to be kind of quick because this isn't the paper that I'm using. I want to show you the right way. I would normally just rip that, but one fair swoop and I've cut it using this metal ruler. And move that to the side. And this is the template. So you would cut 2 of these using a heavier paper. Now understand, you don't want to use watercolor paper, although watercolor mixed media paper would work really well. If you can find some that is less than 140 pounds, somewhere between 70 and 90 pound paper will work. The normal watercolor paper is 140 pounds, which is too thick. It's much too thick for what we want to use. So once you've cut that out, you'll need 2 for the front and for the back. Then you just place your book board on there, on your template, and just run your finger on the edge to fold it, and that's on each edge. It doesn't have to be an exact science, because this is going to be covered. Now you can cut, some people cut this off, which you can. So what I'm going to do, and again, it doesn't have to be an exact science, so I'm just going to cut that piece off there. It doesn't even have to be up to the line, right up to the crease. It doesn't have to be there. It's going to be covered. And so now I need another sheet of paper. I tend to use a lot of what's called newsprint, because you can get it really cheap. I picked up this little 60 sheets on here. These are 9 by 12s. It says doodle paper pad, but this is newsprint. And newsprint is really inexpensive, and you can use it for almost everything. So what we're going to use it for now is to cover the surface of this paper. And we're going to use some spray adhesive. And this adhesive says that it is acid free and photo safe. If it says acid free or photo safe, it's good to use. We're going to just spray. That's good enough. I don't want to fight with it, so just going to move that. I'm going to set this down right inside where I have the lines at. I'm going to press it down. And for this, I want the left and right edges to come over last. So fold the top down and press it. Fold the bottom up. And press it. And now I'll fold the sides over. And press that down. This is a thin copy paper, so it didn't work so well, but that's okay. What you can, I did notice, is any edges that stick over. So here, we'll cut those off. It's better for it to hang over and you cut it off than for it not to be enough. Trust me, you don't want the corner of your book, you don't want this cardboard to be showing on your book block. Now once that's done, you can use a one of those plastic cards and press it and get out all the bubbles. Now once that's done, we're going to set this aside and weight this down by placing a couple of books directly on top of it. And then once that dries, it'll be ready for us to work with. So that's how we're going to cover the front and the back. This has to dry, and you need it to dry evenly. And so we'll place some books on there. Couple more is needed. Not too much, just enough to weight it down, and then we'll come back and work with this in the next video. Thank you for joining me.